Hi there, if you have clicked on this video, you probably lost someone you love. And you're probably still grieving. The death was unexpected. You have all these words you wish you could say to them, and you just wish you had this one last chance where you could say them these words. So you're feeling stuck, you're hurting, you're in pain. If that's you, you've come to the right place. Hello there, I'm Michelle Jacob. I'm author of the book You Are Enough. I'm the creator of the Quantum Inner Healing Technique and the founder of Rewiring Minds. You know, I'm a former occupational therapist whose calling for healing lives of others was so huge that I left my therapy job, I left my title, and I just jumped into all of this as a healer and a therapeutic coach. So the quantum inner healing session that I'm about to take you through is a session I had to take myself through. I lost my grandma last year due to COVID, and she was in India, and because of the circumstances with the Delta variant, from here to Canada I couldn't go, and that caused a lot of pain in me because she was the one who raised me. I loved her more than my mom. So when I lost her, it was very, very painful. And the quantum inner healing technique, I used to use it for trauma. I used to use it for childhood trauma. So I decided I was going to customize it for grief healing and used it on myself. And it brought me so much comfort, so much peace. I just felt like my grandma is with me. I can talk to her whenever I want to. That I wanted to share that technique with all of you. If you're struggling today, I wanted you to have hope. I wanted you to feel that you got to say those last words, that you got to see your loved one. You feel that healing and that peace within. That is what I want you to have through this quantum inner healing session. So if you're ready, I'm going to recommend you be in a space where you're not going to be disturbed, a space where no one can walk in on you, where you don't have to worry about somebody walking in on you, especially if you're in the deep work. A space where you're not in danger, such as you're not driving. So if you're driving, please stop. Choose another time. This is not the time for this, okay? So pick a time, pick a place where you won't be disturbed, where you can fully commit to the work. It's deep healing work. And whenever you're ready, let's dive right in. Let's just dive right in, okay? So let's start with the first point, and we're just going to do one round so you can keep your eyes open, and we'll just do this round so you can get familiar with your points. So as you're tapping the side of your wrist, or side of the hand, you're just tapping and saying, even though I'm feeling all this pain in my heart, I still love and accept myself fully. Get to repeat it after me. We're gonna say it again. Even though I'm feeling all this pain in my heart, I still love and accept myself fully. Even though I'm feeling all this pain in my heart, I still love and accept myself fully. Amazing. You said that 3 times. Now we're going to move to the first point, top of the eyebrow. All this pain. Side of the eyebrow. You're just saying, all this pain. Under the eyebrow, under the eye. I've been carrying it for a long time. Under the nose. I feel it in my heart. Maybe you feel it somewhere else. Maybe you feel it in your throat. Maybe you feel it in your stomach. I want you to say where you feel the pain. So as you're tapping under the nose, I feel it in my. Under the mouth as you tap. And it feels very heavy. Collarbone as you tap. And it's been weighing me down. Under the arms as you tap. I want you to go within into this pain you've been carrying and see if you can give this pain a shape, a size, a color. So maybe it's in your heart, and maybe it's heaviness, it's dense, it's a circle, or whatever shape you see. Or maybe it's just irregular. But I want you to take a moment as you're tapping the side of your or under your arms, as you're tapping, just go within and see where you feel the pain. Notice the color of the pain. Notice the shape of the pain. Notice how dense it is, how intense it is. Top of the head as you tap. Continue to observe, continue to allow this pain to rise to the surface. For some of you, you've been suppressing this pain for a long time. So as you're tapping the top of the head, let this pain arise. Feel it. I'm just going to ask you to pause for a second and just notice, close your eyes. You allowed the pain to rise up. I want you to rate this grief, this pain, this sadness you've been carrying on a scale from 1 to 10. So 1 being no pain at all, 10 being excruciating pain. Where would you rate the sadness? So I want you to mark it down on a piece of paper or just note it in your mind. And the whole goal is by the end of the session, we're going to reduce that pain, okay? So let's dive right in. Let's get started again. That was just our trial, the test. Now that you know your points, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, okay? So back to our wrists as we are tapping. Even though I feel all this pain, I still love and accept myself fully. Excellent. We're going to say it 2 more times. Even though I feel all this pain, I still love and accept myself fully. One more time. Even though I feel all this pain, I still love and accept myself fully. All right, tapping on the top of your eye. All this pain. Side of the eyebrow, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you can. All this pain. Under the eye as you tap, I've been carrying it for a long time and it's been weighing me down. Under the nose as you tap. Now think of the person you're missing. Think of the grief you're experiencing. And admit it, acknowledge it. I miss them so much. Under the mouth as you tap. Maybe there's a lot of guilt in you. Maybe there's anger in you that they left you, or guilt in you that you didn't get to say goodbye properly. Whatever it is, I want you to acknowledge it right now. So if it's guilt, I want you to say, I'm feeling all this guilt that I didn't get to. Or I'm feeling all this anger. Okay? Just notice what the feelings are that you're feeling. Let it surface. Collarbone as you tap. Once again, just notice. Notice if there's any fear, if there's any anger, any guilt. Just observe. Underarms as you tap. Notice what the fear is about. What are you afraid of? You can even say it out loud. I'm afraid I'm going to be alone. I'm afraid. What else? Top of the head as you tap. Is there anything else you're afraid of? Top of the eyebrow. How about guilt? I feel so guilty. Guilty about what? Maybe you didn't get to see them. Maybe you felt like you could have done more. Side of the eyebrow as you tap. What do you feel guilty about? Under the eye. What else? Let it all surface. Let it all come up. And don't stop tapping. I know when you feel the heaviness, when you feel the pain, you want to stop tapping. I'm going to invite you to not stop tapping. If tears are coming up, let it flow. Let it flow. Under the nose as you tap. I feel so angry about. What are you feeling angry about? Who are you angry against or angry at? Just notice. You can even say it out loud. Remember, in this whole process, say it out loud, release it. Under the mouth as you're tapping, I am so angry at this person. I blame them for the death or whatever. Or I'm angry at the person who left me. How could they have left? Right? So whoever it is you're angry at, call upon, allow all the feelings to surface. Let it surface. Just notice, is there anything else that you're feeling? Underarms, anything else? You can say it out loud. No one's listening. Now, as you're tapping the top of the head, I want you to imagine in front of you is the person you lost. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your dad, your child, a sibling, your uncle, your aunt. Whoever that person is, I want you to visualize them standing in front of you. They're right there. I want you to imagine. It's like a movie. Imagine them standing in front of you. Imagine them smiling at you. And you look at them and they're all healed. They're happy, they're healed, they're so full of love. And imagine them standing right in front of you right now. Top of the eyes as you tap. They're right there. They're right there. If you had any parting words that you couldn't say to them, or if you've been holding any resentment against them, they're right there. I want you to speak to them right now. They're completely healed. They're full of love. They're full of joy. They're there in front of you for you. I want you to imagine them standing in front of you. Side of the eyebrow as you tap. Speak to them. You may have not said some words to them. You may have wanted to say sorry to them about something. You may have had anger against them that you want to say it. Remember, they're fully healed from the pain, their bodily pain, but also the pain and hurts in their life. And they're here to listen, full of love to listen. So speak to them. Under the nose as you tap. What else do you want to say to them? They're listening to you. They're here for you. I want you to tell them how much you love them, how much you miss them. Speak to them. You've been missing them for a long time. You've been thinking there was something you could have done to keep them alive on earth for a long time. You've been carrying the guilt of it for a long time. Speak to them. Tell them about it. Under the mouth as you tap. Speak to them. What else do you want to say? What were the words that you were not able to say to them before they passed away? Speak to them. Maybe you just wanted to tell them thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I love you. Maybe it is I forgive you. Collarbone as you tap. Is there anything else you want to say to them? Speak to them. Get it all out. They're right there listening to you. Underarms as you tap. Continue speaking to them. Continue being in their presence. Looking at them healed. Maybe you want to give them a big hug. I want you to visualize giving them a big hug right now as you tap the top of your head. Imagine giving them a big hug, holding them close and saying how much you miss them. holding their hands, looking them in their eye. Top of the eyebrows as you tap. Now I want you to listen to what they have to say to you. They're holding their hands, they're looking at you, they heard everything you said to them. Now listen to their words. What are they saying to you? Side of the eyebrows as you tap. Maybe it is, I love you. I love you so much. Under the eye as you tap. I'm so proud of you. What else are they saying to you? Maybe they're saying to you, it's not your fault. I forgive you. Forgive yourself. I'm always here for you. I'm always going to be here for you, protecting you, comforting you. Under the nose as you tap. What else are they saying to you? Listen to what they're saying to you. Just listen. Under the mouth, what else? What else are they saying to you? About their passing away? About their life? Just listen. Collarbone as you tap. Listen to the loving words coming from their mouth. They're fully healed. Mentally, physically, healed from their own traumas on planet Earth. Just listen. Underarms as you tap. Imagine them giving you a big hug, holding you. Telling you that they are always going to be by your side. They're going to be your strength. And if you ever need them, you just need to close your eyes and visualize them standing by your side. On top of your head as you tap, I want you to take a moment and visualize what did you love doing with them? What was an activity that you wished you got to do with them? I want you to imagine that activity right now, doing it with them, having fun with this person that you lost. Visualize it. Do it right now in your mind. Maybe it was walking with them, taking a walk in the woods. Maybe it was going to the beach and having fun at the beach. I want you to do that activity in your mind's eye with them. Imagine it. Imagine doing that with them. Top of the eyes as you tap. Take your time imagining, doing all that you want to do with them. Imagine it. Do it. Feel it. Feel it. The reality you're creating in your mind right now. It's part of quantum physics. Feel it. Create it. Side of the eyebrow as you tap. And whenever you're ready, you get to give them a big hug. Your heart fully healed, full of comfort and joy to having gotten the chance to spend time with them that way. Tell them how much you love them. Listen to what they say to you. Under the eyes as you tap. And when you're ready, you may say goodbye to them. And you may come back to this present moment. And you may slowly start to open your eyes as you tap underneath your nose. Just take a moment. Maybe you can go back to closing your eyes again. Take a moment to look within. Look at that space where you were carrying the pain. Remember, you gave it a color, you gave it a shape. Start to notice if anything has shifted. Has the size decreased? Has the shape changed? The color changed? Just observe. Under the mouth as you tap, I want you to start to send deep breaths, or take deep breaths and send breath into those parts of you that were hurting. And with each breath in, as you're tapping your collar, with each breath in, imagine that space just filling with love, filling with hope, just holding that space with compassion, just sending compassion and love. And as you breathe out, just imagine all that pain starting to melt away. There's a light and hope filling the area. Compassion and love. All these wonderful feelings. As you tap underneath or your underarms, continue breathing. Continue breathing into that space. Fill the space with love, light, hope. As you breathe out, allow the pain to melt away in your mind's eye. Imagine it just floating away. Maybe you can put the pain inside balloons in your mind's eye and imagine releasing these balloons. And they're just flying away, these helium balloons, into the sky. And as you tap the top of your head, just say it out loud, I am love. Top of the eyebrows, I am peace. Side of the eyebrows, I am love. Under the eye, I am peace. Under the nose as you're tapping, I am healed. Notice how healing feels like in your body. How would it feel if you were healed? Step into that right now. I am healed. Under the mouth as you tap, I am whole. I am whole. Collarbone as you tap, I am peace. I am calm. Underarms as you tap, I am loved. Top of the head as you tap, I am loved. Now you get to stop, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out through your mouth, let it all out. One more deep breath in. Breathe it all out. And just notice. Notice how the journey was for you. Notice where you would rate your grief right now. The pain you were feeling, has it dropped? For some of you, this may happen easy. For some of you, this may need practice. And I wasn't there in person, so it's easier when it is in person, or not in person when I'm talking to you directly and I know some of the things you're struggling with. But just by doing this by itself, you're going to notice so much shift within. You're going to notice a sense of hope, a sense of comfort. And maybe you need to do this on a daily basis for the first few days. And I'm going to encourage you to do that. Anytime you feel this sadness setting in, or any type of anger or guilt, any of those negative emotions because of the death of someone you loved, I I want you to do this. I want to thank you for joining me in this exercise. I hope it brought comfort and healing into your heart. Thank you.